Let's talk about something real today. According to a study conducted by Resurgo.co, 70% of self employed women reported regularly experiencing feelings of being overwhelmed. Let that sink in. I said 70%. But wait a minute, it gets real serious. That same study found that 1 in 5 self employed women had considered suicide, and 1/4 reported their mental health was poor. Like, these ain't just numbers. They're real women running real businesses while suffering in silence. And today, I want to talk to you about why this is happening, what it's costing us, and how we can change this reality. So, for those of you who are new here, I'm April Beverly, the $1,000,000 word stylist turned AI software founder. Entrepreneurs, creatives, and online marketers turn to me, my team, and my AI powered copywriter when they want to turn their dull, boring words into spine tingling sentences that resonate with their multicultural audiences and propels the right folks to smack the buy button. Now, if you watch my comeback video, you know I disappeared from platforms for a while but kept selling via email. But today, I want to go deeper into why that happened. The reality is, I was afraid to show up imperfectly. I built this brand on confidence, on knowing what I'm doing, on having the answers. And when I felt like I ain't had that same energy, I chose silence over vulnerability. But what did that really cost me? I'm going to keep it real with you. I lost a chance to connect with my audience on a deeper level. I missed opportunities for collaboration because people thought I wasn't working. I spent energy maintaining this image of having it all together when I could have been healing, like for real. I delayed my own growth that comes with being that comes through being honest. And I know I'm not alone. How many of you have gone quiet when things got hard? How many of you have pretended everything was fine in your business when you were struggling? Here's what we need to understand. Suffering in silence ain't just a personal issue. It's a business liability with real, serious costs. When we don't share our struggles, we make decisions in isolation without the benefit of others' perspectives. We miss potential solutions that others might easily offer. We waste precious resources trying to figure everything out on our own. We create an exhausting false image that takes energy away from actual growth. Now, let me give you a real example from my own business. When I stopped showing up on social media, I thought I was protecting my brand. But what actually happened? My ad costs went up because my organic reach dropped. Wasn't nobody seeing me. I wasn't visible. My speaking opportunities decreased because people thought I had moved on to other things. And when I finally launched a new offer, I had to work twice as hard to get people's attention. So suffering in silence has ROI implications that we really don't talk enough about. So for women entrepreneurs, especially women of color, the pressure to appear flawless is magnified. Like we've all heard it. We have to work twice as hard to get half as far, right? We're told that any sign of weakness will be used against us. This creates a cycle where vulnerability feels dangerous, not really powerful. Where asking for help feels like failure, not wisdom. I've been in rooms where admitting any struggle was seen as a liability. I've had mentors tell me, never let them see you sweat. And for a long time, I believed that advice was protecting me. But here's what I've learned. The most powerful connections happen through authenticity, not perfection. The most loyal clients come when they see you as a real person, not a brand that can't fail. So I want to share what changed for me because it wasn't just an internal shift, it was taking real action. I applied for and got accepted into the Goldman Sachs business program, whoop, whoop, which forced me to step out of my isolation and into a community of other women business owners. Being surrounded by other women entrepreneurs who were openly discussing their challenges gave me permission to acknowledge mine. Then I started connecting more intentionally with businesswomen in my local community, not just online, but face to face green tea meetings. Yes, because I ain't about that coffee life. Mastermind sessions, even just casual lunches. Like these real connections reminded me that everybody has struggles, even the women whose social media looks perfect. And maybe most importantly, I started taking more time for me. Not just self care and the bubble bath sense, but I'm talking real intentional time to reconnect with who I am outside of my business. Because when your whole identity is wrapped up in business success, any business challenge becomes an identity crisis. Okay? These steps were not just personal healing, they were strategic business moves that ultimately made my company stronger. Here's my actionable framework. It's called SPEAK, SPEAK. All right. So I developed this framework really just to help myself navigate these moments. So the S means for spot the signs. Your body knows before your mind does. So for me, it's procrastination. I get up staring at the computer, not really productive, physical exhaustion, and isolating myself, right? What are your warning signs that you're suffering in silence? The P, pause before making major decisions when suffering. When we're in this state, we often make choices from fear, not strategy. Give yourself at least 24 hours before making any big business decisions when you're in this place. E, enlist specific help from trusted advisors. This is not about vague social media posts saying are you having a hard day? This is about calling 3 specific people and saying, I need your perspective on this specific issue. A, acknowledge reality in your communications. You ain't got to share every single detail, right? But real communication builds trust. Something as simple as, I'm working through some challenges right now, but I'm still committed to serving you, can be powerful. And then we got the K. Keep building even when visibility feels hard. This might mean working behind the scenes, focusing on systems, still sending out sales messages via email, okay? Or creating content that will be ready when you are. The key is to not completely disengage from your business, but to make sure that you still have some presence available. All right? Now, let me talk about something that's helped me tremendously, and that's using AI strategically during these periods. AI can help maintain consistency in your messaging even when you don't feel creative. For example, when I was at my lowest period, April, my culturally smart AI powered copywriter, helped me create email sequences that maintain my voice without requiring me to generate new ideas from scratch. So I work with a client, let's call her Jenny, who was going through a divorce while running her business. She was petrified to let anybody know what she was going through because she thought it would make her look like she was unstable to her clients. So we set up systems using AI to help her maintain her presence while she focused on her mental health. We created tons of content so she could automate her social media and used AI enhanced tools to keep her email marketing going. The result, she grew her business by 22% during this period. And when she was ready to show up again, she did so from a stronger place with new systems that continued to serve her. So I just want to close out by saying suffering in silence ain't strength. It's a learned behavior that we need to unlearn. Your business deserves the full spectrum of who you are. Your audience connects with your humanity, not your perfection. Remember that stat: 70% of self employed women feel overwhelmed. You ain't alone, okay? And then, most importantly, you don't have to navigate this thing alone. I love to know what's one business area you've been suffering in silence about. Go ahead and share it in the comments below. Don't be afraid. This is your safe space, right? And if you don't think it's okay to share, maybe just write it down to yourself as a first step, but release it. Until next time, keep showing up, keep showing out, and remember, if what you're offering is worth your time to create, it's worth their time to smack that buy button. See you next time.